Rhythm, first set of 12 bars. The idea here is to help to establish your grounding in dominant 7th type chords, including the extended dominant 7ths, which is what really gives the blues a bit of mystery to it, certainly for guitar players. And the first chord I start off with is like an A13. So you've got your open A string, and you've got 5 on the D, 6, and then 7. Intervals of A is the root note, and I've got my G note in flat 7. I've got my major 3rd, which is the C sharp. Then I've got the high F sharp, which is the 13th. So I've got this sounding chord. Now, when you listen to the intro way that I played it in the intro, I get a couple of things going here. Approaching that chromatically is nice. You can leave the A in the bass and you get a lovely little clash. The other thing that I do is I switch in a little bit of tremolo. Another thing you can use is a high E string open. And that works nicely with a slide. Play that lick again. I'm just basically spreading out the chromatic move up to the 6th fret. And then back to where I started. That'll sound like this. It's up to you whether you use a pick or a hybrid pick or however you want, really. I quite often proceed that by sliding from 4. So it's working your way between 4, 5, and 6. I then do the same thing. I'm approaching a D9 chord. So a little D9 chord, 5th fret, 6th fret, with the bar. And then move it down a half step. This is where my blues just deviate slightly from the standard chord progression because you go down to C9 and then Bm7 and then Asus2. Do that bit again. You've got your D9, C9, Bm7, Asus2. You could rake the Asus2 backwards. When you rake chords backwards nearer the bridge, sounds really nice. Change pickup sounds cool too. I have got a little bit of overdrive as Mad Professor Supreme on the slightly cooler channel on the A side. So yeah, I've got the Asus2 chord. And then you could fill there just with a very slight lick. Imagine that you're backing someone. Something along the lines of A major pentatonic. And the 4th fret to the 2nd fret. On the A string, the D string, and the G string, you can do 4 and 2. That sort of sound. So with my C chord, Bm7, Asus2, lick, down to an E chord. It's quite common in E when you're in blues land to just give that minor 3rd a little tweak, landing on an E5, and then maybe hit the high 2 strings. Sort of thing can be really nice and tasty. Then I go to my D9 on the beat this time. Then I go back to my A13, D7, A13, and E7 at the end. The key of A is really nice because you've got a couple of the open strings that are going to help you out. So it means when you want to give that bit of bass, you can. It's really nice. So if I'm in the D, and then I go back to my A, I quite often hit the A string. It sounds really nice. D here, back to my A, and then my E, and obviously I've got E open and a fifth. Really nice. So that's your first part of your rhythm changes for this little blues exercise. So now we're going to go on to our second rhythm part, and it's going to be further up the neck. So if you were accompanying somebody, perhaps you've got another member of your band or someone you're playing with that's going to be taking a solo and they've done their 12 bars, and they're going to go into another 12 bars, then you could think about moving your chord voicings and shapes further up the fretboard. So the first chord we're going to get is an A9. So we've got fret 11 and 12 is the bar. So I've got 11 on the D and then 12 bar in the G, B and E. Now, much like with the move when we were further down here doing our A13, you can move that one a half step below or a half step above. To just mimic some of what we did before in the lower register. I also quite like to make it an A13. A13, I'm just going to throw in the 14th fret on the high E string as well. So it'll end up with this, potentially something like this. That could be your move over your 4 bars of A. I'm going next to D13, and again I'm going to approach that chromatically. So I'm going to go from E flat 13, quite an easy chord fret-wise. It's literally just fret 10, fret 11, fret 12. This is on the D, the G, and the B. So the E flat 13 is just one step up from that. I'm going to go to C13, so just down 2 steps. Go to Bm7, or it could be. Do that bit again, C13, Bm7. Then I'm going to go up to A7, and this is like the C shape of an A7, so it's up here. So I've got fret 11, 12, and 10. This is on the D, G, and B. And if you want the high one, then it's fret 12. Okay, just from that, let's go from the C7 down to B minor and up to A7 again. I'm going up to E7. So this is just fret bar here at the 12th fret, D string. And then I've got my fret 13. Down to D7. On the D7, I play a little lick. Get me back down to my A7 register here, down here. So I've got fret 7 and 9 on A and D. Into that D7 chord. So I've got fret 10, down to 9. Then I go back to my A7. Then I've got a little lick that I quite often play, so it's worth putting it in. It's a little turnaround lick over the A to D7. I'm going to go 6 on the G, slide into that, and then 5 on the B. Then I'm going to go from the fret 6 and 6 on the D and B to 7, up to high fret 5, and then I'm going to go 8, 7, 5. This time it's on the G and the high E string. Play a little D chord, 7th fret bar here on the D, G and B, and then I'm playing my A7 chord. with a little hammer on. So I end up with this. And then I'm back to my A7 chord from the beginning. So I hope you've enjoyed learning some blues changes. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Take care.